Sometimes you have to sit down to stand up. Today I will be giving you information about Rosa Parks. There are three main ideas about Miss Parks I will discuss. I will start by discussing her early life, then I will move on to discuss her roots of activism. I will finally finish by informing you about her impact on civil rights. This is Rosa Parks. So let me begin by telling you about Parks' background. According to the History Channel, Rosa Louise McCauley was born in Tuskegee, Alabama, on February 4, 1913. She moved with her parents, James and Leona McCauley, to Pine Level, Alabama, at age 2 to reside with Leona's parents. She also had a younger brother named Sylvester. Rosa's father was an employed carpenter and her mother was a teacher. The family valued education. When Rosa was 11 years old, she attended a laboratory school at Alabama State Teachers College for Negroes. 8 years later, she met Raymond Parks, who became her husband. He worked as a barber and also as a member of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. She later finished her education in receiving her high school diploma. Now let's move on and discuss her roots of activism. Rosa and her husband were well-respected members of Montgomery's large African American community. She also joined her husband in the NAACP. As a longtime volunteer and secretary to the Montgomery's NAACP, Rosa Parks supported Colvin. She knew the local black leaders had been thinking about how to confront bus segregation for years. They were looking for a test case, an upstanding citizen that would rally the black community around. She didn't think she would be the one to do this. As stated in Educating for Human Dignity by Betty, these were the conditions in Montgomery, Alabama on December 1, 1955, when Rosa Parks, a seamstress in a large department store in Montgomery, boarded a city bus and refused to give up her seat to a white person. She was sitting on the front row of the middle of the bus when at the wheel, James Black told her and 3 other black riders to stand up so a man could sit. The 3 other riders got up and moved, but Rosa Parks refused. It was later rumored that Parks didn't get up because she was tired. She said she wasn't physically tired. She was just tired of giving in to James Crow. Eventually, 2 police officers approached the bus and placed Parks under custody. This is the bus that Parks was placed under custody in. And finally, I will finish by informing you about her impact on civil rights. Rosa was the life force of the civil rights movement. As stated in the Civil Rights Movement by Celine Prest, by most definitions, civil disobedience fulfills 5 conditions. The action taken by a protagonist is clearly illegal. It is done openly rather than clandestinely. It is intended to call attention to a law, police, or social condition. Its intent is to improve the condition or change the law or policy, and the protagonist is willing to suffer consequences for the act of defiance. And this is exactly what Rosa Parks went through. She influenced a 13-month boycott on the buses led by Martin Luther King the day of her trial, turning the preacher Martin Luther King into the country's best-known civil rights leader, as well as brought down racist laws of Jim Crow South. Rosa Parks received the NAACP's Spingarn Medal in 1987. I just told you the aspects of Rosa Parks' life. I started by giving you information on her early life, then I informed you about her roots of activism. Lastly, I gave you information about her impacts on civil rights. Rosa Parks made a huge impact for many African Americans. She taught us how to deal with the laws that are unconstitutional, immoral, and unjust, with just taking a seat and 2 letters, no. Thank you.